All right, here's a workout that you can do around a tight low back. So ideally, you've already progressed through some of your mobility work, you've already started taking the classes, and you've done some of the prerequisite things that I've put in prior to this workout. Now you can just follow along, sweat, and enjoy yourself. All right, the only thing you're gonna need is floor space, a set of stairs, maybe one stair if that's all you've got, and a set of dumbbells. All right, these are exercises I use with clients every day who are currently working on improving their low back. These exercises have not made any of their low back symptoms worse when done properly. The biggest thing I want you to think about though, as I say with every single video, pain-free range of motion is the key. You will continue to win if you continue to push yourself through your pain-free range of motion. If you keep pushing through pain, it's only gonna aggravate things more, all right? So number one consideration with a dumbbell RDL in regards to low back is the fact that most people do this. And they arch their low back and they tilt their head up to the ceiling. What I want you to do, especially if you've already progressed through some of the mobility classes, is tuck your pelvis slightly, abs are tight, and by doing that, you've inhaled and you've kind of inflated the back of the rib cage. So not belly breath, right? We are inhaling into our rib cage, and then from there, we're sitting our weight into our heels with a gentle start of a bend in our knee. All right, here we go. Work is starting. Send those hips back as far as you can. Take your butt as far from your heels as you can get. Squeeze through those heels and come up. What I mean by squeezing through those heels, we're gonna do 10 reps. 2. What I mean by squeeze through those heels is I mean push the ground away with the heels. Don't come up to body roll up. Reach those hips back, squeeze to come up. You don't even have to overly clench your butt. Focus on pushing the ground away through your heels. All right, we're gonna do five more reps. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Only 2 more. Nice job. So, like I said, if it's not challenging enough with the dumbbells that you have, keep going through this, get to 12, 15. You might even have to do 20 reps with the dumbbells you have. All right, from here, we're gonna go over to the stairs. On the stairs, we're gonna do something called a glute-focused step down. All right, here we go. So the goal with the dumbbell step up, and the reason we're doing it on the stairs, is because then you can use the railing and the wall for support, because the goal is a big stretch in your glutes, not necessarily a powerful step up. I'm not even actually asking you to touch the ground that much. I want you to imagine that the ground is covered in Legos, all right? Don't come down hard on that back foot. You're looking for a big stretch out of your hips, all right? So what we're looking for is an exercise that looks like this. It is hard to film in a stairwell. That's just the long and short of it. All right, so when you step up, it's more about looking for that big stretch out of that hip than it is about coming down and crashing. All right, we're gonna start on our left leg. You can use the wall and the railing. I'm gonna use 2 steps to start for this first set. All right, reach 1. Again, we're still driving through that heel. 2. Reach, 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 reach. 3. Reach. 4. 5. Make sure your railing is nice and secure. If it's not, use the wall. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. And 10. We're using a very similar setup on this, trying to keep our rib cage down, trying to reach back through our hips without arching our low back. All right, let's do on to our next side. Use our right leg this time. Same thing, use the wall. Okay, reach back. 1. Remember the Legos. 2. If you have a dog, imagine you're gonna step on their tail if you come down too hard. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, and 10. All right, that was 10 each side. On the next one, the next set, if you have the stairs, continue to do it the way you're doing it. If you only have one step, I'm going to show you how to do that one now. All right, it's going to look a little bit more reverse lunge and a little bit less step up, but that's okay. You got to do what you got to do. Your next exercise is a hamstring bridge. So I know that by using all three of these exercises, being glutes and hamstrings, this is going to be pretty intense. Do your best. Again, pain-free range of motion. I can't say it enough times, right? So laying on your back, feet up on the couch, or the step if you're still at your steps. All right, what we're gonna do with this bridge is we're gonna start by digging our heels down, tucking our pelvis, rib cage comes down to the ground. All right, hands on the ground, big breath into the ribs, and exhale. Imagine we're pulling our knees up to the ceiling. All right, come down, inhale, exhale. Only come up as high as you can go. Try not to arch your back as you come down to the floor. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. All right, we're back for our RDLs, okay? Minute to 2 minutes at the most if you're going real heavy, right? So again, we're getting our weight in our heels. Pelvis is tucked, rib cage is down. We're gonna kind of focus on keeping our chin tucked through this, and we're gonna reach our hips back. Imagine tracing a line from the floor up the wall, right? I'm looking at the ground, I'm not overly arching, right? This is 2, reach, 3, reach, 4. You only have to go below your knees. You're not trying to go dumbbells to the floor. The point of this exercise is not this. You're gonna feel your low back for sure if you try to go down that far. Just below the knees, the biggest stretch you can manage in your butt and nothing else. With this exercise, we are doing our toes straight ahead and our feet are under our hips. If you need to, you can turn the toes out slightly, but not any more than like 10 degrees. All right? We're going through. We got 2 more reps. And you probably know that as trainers, if you ask how many more you have to do, the answer is probably 2 more reps, honestly. All right, take a breather, relax, back to your step-ups. We're gonna use the bottom step for this, and we're gonna turn this into a little bit more of a reverse lunge, okay? So as we do this, we're still reaching back as far as we can. We don't have to drop all the way down to the floor. While this would be a really nice big stretch, if you've got a tight low back, it's not gonna feel great, right? Look for that big reach and come back up. We're still tapping the ground as if there was Legos all over the floor, right? Use that railing. Don't be afraid of the support. The support is there to keep the tension in your glutes, not as a crutch, all right? Here we go. And up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The bigger the stretch, the better, but you do what you can do. Pain-free range of motion as always. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Other side. If this is really hard, rest a little longer. If it's really easy, you can go into the next side. Remember, take your time. Control. Feel for those glutes. The goal is not to race through the exercise. The goal is to get it right. Reach and up. 2, 3. Drive the heel into the step to come up. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're trying to keep our knee generally over our heel. 8, because we don't want it to be too quad focused. 9 and 10. Very good. Nice job. All right, we're going to be doing our last set in just a second. Take a minute to breathe. We're going to go back to 2 steps. Again, if you only have 1 step, use what you can. I'm going to show you how to add weight to this exercise, okay? Talking and doing this is much harder than just doing it. All right, so you'll have one hand on the railing, free hand with the dumbbell, and then if you switch sides and you're like me, you've got the wall on either side. Remember, we're driving our knees up to the ceiling. We're not trying to climb up onto the couch. The more you use your feet, the more calf you're gonna feel. All right, dig those heels in, pull up. Blow the air out as you squeeze those hamstrings. You know the guy from Family Guy, the creepy old man? I can't remember his name, but I just remember him saying, "Don't forget to stretch your creamy hamstrings." And obviously that stuck with me. All right, we're on number 5, I think. 6, 7. You won't feel your hamstrings if you're pulling yourself that way and letting yourself extend your spine. You're going to feel them a lot more if you keep that tuck and pull up. This is almost more of like a functional hamstring curl in a way of like, this is how your hamstrings work to support your pelvis. Last 2. And last 1. Oh man, my hamstrings are toast. This is good. Okay, on to our last set. This time we're gonna go till we can't anymore or until you start to feel things fatiguing. Sensation changes from glutes to low back, all right? Don't go into it if it goes into your low back. We're gonna do as many reps as we can, okay? Not going fast. Take 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, keep going. Down for 2, up for 2. Reach for that big stretch, push back through. Reach for that big stretch, push back through. Remember, if you're feeling low back, think about setup. Rib cage, pelvis, reach. Rib cage, pelvis, reach. Get the weight in your heels. If you're feeling one heel more than the other, try to balance that out to the best of your ability. Reach through, get the weight into your heels just before it feels like your toes are going to come up, right? We don't need you losing your balance. We just want you going for a nice big stretch and then squeezing those glutes to come up. Imagine one of your kids came up behind you and just punched you in the butt, because that's what my 7-year-old does to me all the time. Just comes running up behind me and punches as hard as he can. Doing great. We're burning this out. We're coming up on 15 reps here. Ooh, my glutes are getting toasty even with these 15-pound dumbbells. Hamstrings might be getting tired. Grip might be getting tired depending on the size of the weight you're using. You'll notice all of that will start to progress as we go. Very nice. All right, dumbbells down. Now to your last set of step-ups. The goal is to have some support, all right? You don't need to be the hero by doing it freestanding. But of course, like, if you can keep your balance, keep the tension in your glutes, keep yourself from overusing your quads and not body rolling out of this, awesome. Go as heavy as you want, go as heavy as you can if you've got the equipment. If you don't, body weight, controlling that tempo, tension in those glutes, those are your friends. That's how you're going to continue to make progress without making your low back worse. Okay, onto the dumbbell. Okay, so I'm going to start on my left side, so I'm going to put the dumbbell in my right hand. Okay, Reach that right foot back as far as you can. Dig through the heel to come up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Nice. You heard me count that tempo. That's about how slow I want you to be going down as you do this. I go 1, 2, 3, up. All right. On to the next side. So now, for me, I've got that rail or the stairs, just the next flight going up. You can use the wall as long as you feel stable. We're good. All right. On to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. We're back for our last and final set of these. Make sure that you're not too far from the support, whatever you're using, step, couch, blocks. You can do this on the ground, you just don't necessarily get the same thing out of it. If you wanted to try it on the wall with shoes on, it's totally doable because you don't want to be pushing yourself out of the wall. It's almost like you're trying to climb it. That's totally doable as well. We address that in some of our mobility classes. All right, we're gonna do our last set here. So again, leave it all on the floor. This is your last exercise for the day. Don't do anything that's gonna make you hurt, but don't stop short of really good hard work because that's where change really happens. All right, here we go. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. 1, 2, up 3. All right, as you do this, try to pay attention to how much you feel each hamstring. If you're feeling primarily your right, try to dig a little harder with your left. If you're feeling primarily your left, try to dig a little harder with your right. That's part of why we use the block to kind of bring them together. Because we can work these separately and you can progress it really easily by stretching one leg out and completely disadvantaging the other hamstring. We're not going to do that today. This is just the basics. And you can get a lot of good work with the basics. Now, if you take this and go to the gym, you're going to find that those hamstrings are going to be cooking a lot more. 6. Honestly, I don't know what number it is. Let's call that 8, 9, 10. Go till you can't. Till your range of motion basically turns to nothing. Oh, okay. The better you get at those, the more you're going to be able to connect with your hamstrings and the more you're going to get out of that exercise. Awesome job today. It's a quick session. It's not meant to be super, super long and super comprehensive, but what it will do is it'll challenge your glutes. You're going to definitely get some quad work out of it. You're going to get some hamstrings, calves, inner thighs. All of these things are going to be working, and they're going to be helping to support not only your pelvis, but they're going to be working to take tension off your low back. So ultimately, while this is a strength workout or a hypertrophy workout, depending on how heavy you're going, or an endurance workout, depending on how light you're going, you'll benefit from a mobility and stability standpoint just as much as you're benefiting from a muscular standpoint, right? Everything we do should make you feel better across the board, all right? If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or to Donna. We're happy to help you troubleshoot your exercises, and leave comments in the reaction section so we know whether you like the workout or you want more of it. Now, you can always do more sets of this. Start the video over, follow along, do another 3 sets if you want to, do 5 sets. Week over week over week, you can add weight, you can add reps, or you can add sets to continue to challenge yourself to the best of your ability. All right? Progress is made when we challenge ourselves. Take care.